Hey everybody, welcome to Get Busy Watching. I'm your host Honest Dan, and welcome back to my Rapid Fire Return Part 2. Enjoy. Maylin is a 13-year-old girl who discovers that she's got a family curse that turns her into a giant red panda and exploits her transformation to earn money for a concert despite her overbearing mother's disapproval. I wanted to like it more than I did. By no means bad, but it treads very familiar ground. It's yet another rebellious teen with an overbearing parent's story who wants more than what her family gives her. Every story beat that happens is utterly predictable, with its fair share of dumb and satisfying moments and infrequent, but often enough, cringeworthy dialogue. With that said, the humor was effective, complemented by some pretty endearing characters with their own cheer-worthy scenes. Personally, I thought Ginger Snaps was a better allegory for a teenage girl getting her period, but that is not a kid's movie. It's not bad, and audiences will certainly enjoy it, but I personally found it lackluster for a Pixar film. My honest rating for Turning Red, a strong 3 out of 5.
So you like the panda?
Like it? I love it! I'll give you anything! Money?
My kidney!
My soul? Yeah!
A group of adult filmmakers are stalked and killed one by an elderly couple who don't agree with their lifestyle. Had such high hopes for this one, but I guess Mia Goth is always kind of a hit and miss, isn't she? It's not great, and wildly confused on what it wants to be. Take American Gothic, turn it into a slasher horror, sprinkle in Evil Dead, Friday the 13th, Joker, and Lake Placid of all things, be pretentious, and not know if this is trying to be a legit, threatening horror romp or a parody of one. The tone is all over the damn place. One second it's shot very well and effectively being atmospheric, the next, it's getting a laugh out of me for its baffling choices. The acting is fine, I guess, and I appreciate that it's trying to humanize the elderly couple, but the execution of all its ideas fall woefully short. I've seen worse, but I don't recommend it. Unless, titties and dongs are a great selling point for you. My honest rating for X, a weak 3 out of 5.
Maybe we should just go find your husband.
Evelyn Wang is a normal woman with a dysfunctional family who finds herself attacked by evil forces from another universe and must help save the many universes from a dark evil. I am so happy I made time to see this, and boy howdy did it not disappoint. I love Michelle Yeoh. I love weird movies like this, so take the hot trend of multiverses, make Yeoh the main star, kicking a whole lot of ass, and you got yourself a real winner. The visuals are bizarre, but in all the right ways. The fight sequences have a very old school quality about them, and even Short Round himself, Ke Huy Quan, is charmingly fun. I won't pretend to have followed all the rules of how this version of multiverse jumping works, but that's barely the point when the story is surprisingly heartfelt and everyone is delivering a wonderful performance that kind of moved me. This was a ton of fun, and I will absolutely watch this over and over again. Highly recommended. My honest rating for Everything Everywhere All at Once, a 5 out of 5.
我看待我的生活，如果没有你是多么的美好。
Sandra Bullock is a romance writer who is kidnapped by Harry Potter to locate the tomb of an empress with a valuable treasure. Coming to her rescue is her dim-witted cover model, Channing Tatum. By God, this was dumb, but by God, was it fun. Kind of. This wasn't anyone's strongest outing. I will never get tired of seeing Sandy. Whether she's in a dramatic role or a comedy, that alone makes it worthwhile. The only two actors who give her a run for her money are Daniel Radcliffe as the villain and Brad Pitt as a mercenary. There were some decent laughs to be had, so it was charming enough to not be boring. But that brings us to the negatives. It's not funny all the way through, and a lot of the humor does fall flat. Something about Tatum's performance felt detached, like he wasn't having fun, and there's a lot of stupid moments that border on cartoon logic. Oh, and the ending? Let's just say someone clearly played Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. It's the kind of action-adventure film that you could probably bring your mom to see. Innocent enough to kill a couple hours, but I hesitate to call it good. My honest rating for The Lost City, a 4 out of 5.
Why are you so handsome?
My dad was a weatherman.
Alan? Yeah. What are you doing here?
Jared Leto mixes his blood with special vampire bat blood. This makes him a vampire, and it's difficult to control his violent urges. Then his best friend becomes a vampire and things go south. Oh my god, it's so boring. But you know what's really sad? All the pieces are there to make a good movie. The movie sets up Morbius and his motivations, which are relatable. The solution to his problem, being a vampire, turns out to be a problem all its own. He can't control it well, and the synthetic blood he drinks to stay alive won't work forever. This is good storytelling, building off the problems the main character faces. Where everything falls apart is the writing. The script feels like it's the first draft and never saw a revision. It's so lackluster that even Leto looks like he's not invested. The directing is awful, with zero chemistry between Leto and Adria Arjona, and the fight scenes in the climax are atrociously shot. Only Matt Smith looks like he's having any fun, and he does genuinely steal the show, channeling his inner Lost Boys. It's so bad, but not offensively bad. So it's spared a 1 out of 5 in that regard. And because I did like Matt Smith in this, it's also spared a 2 out of 5. But make no mistake, it sucks. And it's not worth watching. My honest rating for Morbius, a weak 3 out of 5.
Who the hell are you, Matt?
Me? I am Venom.
Chris Pine is a discharged soldier who needs money for his family and accepts a job as a private contractor alongside his buddy Ben Foster to extract data from another dude. Things go south because, yeah, the movie needs to happen. These movies are turning into the equivalent of Lifetime Channel Christmas flicks, but for the action genre. It's yet another one last mission type of story without specifically saying those words. Were it not for the competent acting from both Pine and Foster, this would have fallen right on its own face. You know exactly what this story is. Desperate fighter needs money, takes a mission that's supposed to be easy, but it turns out to be more complex than that. He gets betrayed by his employer and must fight to stay alive, only to learn that he can't go home because his family will be targeted. That's the movie. And that's it. It's boring to watch. The action scenes aren't anything special, there aren't any memorable characters, Gillian Jacobs is criminally underutilized, and just leaves you with an experience that went in one ear and out the other. I don't know what forced such great talent into this stinker, but I hope they got a fat paycheck out of it. Not recommended. My honest rating for The Contractor, a weak 3 out of 5.
I'm in.
Is that what you want?
That's what I want. I'm broke, Mike. I need this.
Sonic is back, and so is Jim Carrey. Robotnik has partnered up with Knuckles to locate the ancient Chaos Emerald hidden on Earth, and Sonic teams up with Tails to find it first. I'm still not saying it's good, but compared to most movies that I've seen recently, it's pretty fun. Knuckles was always my favorite character in the Sonic franchise, so to see him brought to life with his original design as opposed to his more contemporary look, I was quite interested in this sequel. For the most part, there is a childish charm that would have been a favorite of mine if this had come out in the 90s. Plus, with Jim Carrey giving the kind of performance he did back then, he would have killed it, and he certainly steals the show here, providing the most laughs. However, despite my love for Knuckles' characterization in the story, something about Idris Elba's deliveries felt like he was trying hard to read the script. I don't know what it is. He's enunciating his words too much or speaking too slowly. Something always felt a little cringe when he spoke. I really hope Jim Carrey is not serious about retiring because he's a big part in these Sonic movies' success. I will show up for the third one, but please work on that comedy. My honest rating for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, a strong 3 out of 5.
You're never going to get my power.
Do I look like I need your power?
Rebel Wilson used to be a nerdy teen who became a popular cheerleader. She had a cheer accident and went into a coma for 20 years. Now awake, she seeks to relive her life that was taken from her and adjust to the new way that high school is lived. Dear God, why does Wilson keep picking the worst roles? It's so bad and kind of problematic. This whole movie is so troubling. The trope of a young mind in an adult body going back to school for reasons has been done to death, but generally aren't this stupid about it. Her romantic interests are grown adults who have matured, but Stephanie hasn't. She's, in her mind, still a 17-year-old girl. Why would anyone be trying to romance her? It also hits way too many high school cliches that make me groan, and frankly, there's nothing in the movie that's remotely deserving of its R rating. I won't say that I didn't get any laughs. I will always support Wilson's career as I just enjoy her as a person, and I will always enjoy such talents as Angourie Rice and Mary Holland. But good talent doesn't always save a bad movie. Rebel, I love you, girl. Seriously, big ups to you. If you found happiness in your weight loss, then I am all here for that. But this is not recommended. Billy Madison did it better. My honest rating for senior year, a weak 3 out of 5.
But you know what? There's only a month of the school year left.
Oh, that's perfect. That's basically the time that I missed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is like...
Grindelwald is back and has been acquitted of all his past crimes and seeks to be the next ruler of the wizarding world at an upcoming election. Only Dumbledore, Newt Scamander, and their allies stand to expose him for who he really is. I gave up on this franchise after the last one, and this one didn't encourage me to stick around for the future. To be perfectly honest, I can't say if it's good or bad, because I couldn't follow a damn thing. Whether she has help or flying solo, J.K. Rowling cannot write a competent screenplay for the turfy life of her. The plan to expose Grindelwald only seemed to get more convoluted as the story progressed. The acting is so wooden from nearly every actor. Emotional stakes are non-existent, dumb plot beats galore, characters have dramatic shifts that were way too quick, and frankly, it's just not magical and doesn't invigorate the child in me. Only Dan Fogler seemed to be having fun, but it's not enough. It's criminally overbloated and way too complex for its own good. Boring, senseless, whatever. Can this franchise please die already? My honest rating for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, a 2 out of 5.
Is this thing real?
Yes. But it doesn't have a cause, so sort of, but yes.
It's sort of real.
Karen Gillan is dying from an illness. She clones herself to carry on living her life. When her illness is in remission, she and her clone are court-mandated to a duel, and one must die. Boy, this was something. Not a good something, but an unintentionally hilarious something. What utterly gets me about this is how monotone the acting is. Like, every single character is underacting, with brief spikes of overacting from Gillan. And despite playing 2 roles, I give credit that Gillan knows how to convey shades of uninterested acting. The writing is bizarre and feels like it was written by a computer, resulting in characters that are comically straightforward with each other. I genuinely can't tell if this was supposed to be taken seriously or if it's a joke. Wikipedia says that this is a satirical movie, but fuck if I know what it's satirizing. If you're in the mood for a what the fuck did I just watch kind of movie, I might recommend this then. My honest rating for Duel, a strong 3 out of 5.
You were right. The plot was convoluted and the acting wasn't very good, but I see why you wanted me to watch it.
I'll send you home with a sequel today.
Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Before I let you go, I wanted to let you know that I do have a Twitter now. Consider following me there. Link in the description. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy out there. Hope to see you soon.